Last night's ratings for Silence in the Library were only 5.4 million and was beaten in its time slot by Britain's Got Talent, which got a staggering 11 million viewers. For the first time since it came back again, the program tumbled out of the TV20 and almost out of the top 30. What a thrashing. Looks like RTD's dog has had its day and now it's time to put it to rest. Obviously RTD has fucked up big time and viewers are showing their disapproval by turning over in droves to see if anything better is on the other side. Even Peter Davison's Time Flight episode 1 got better positioning than that.
Looks like Moffat is going to destroy the show if this is how the public reacts to his stories. Maybe Rob is right and the show should be cancelled once RTD has left.
Nonsense. They clearly can't be bothered to tune in anymore after being bored shitless by 4 years of RTD's drivel.
No, I think you are right. This slaughter should not be allowed. RTD should stay or Moffat replaced immediately.
More like RTD should go now, rather than us all subjected to another 8 episodes of his shite. I'll be surprised if there's as much as 3 million of the audience left by the time Moffat finally gets to take over.
What is your prediction for next week's audience N? I'll go for 6.8 million, winning the time slot. How about you?
Face it, Rani, when some tacky third-rate talent contest hammers the program like that, the public have obviously shown their disapproval to RTD's moronic rubbish. Not since the days of McCoy have so many spoken with their channel select a button. Very happy. Even Time Flight got a better chart rating position than that, lol. RTD beaten by Time Flight says it all really.
Reply to me. You said I'll be surprised if there's as much as 3 million of the audience left by the time Moffat finally gets to take over. So let's see you put your money where your mouth is. I've made my prediction for next week. What's yours?
We are not talking about next week though, Rani. We are talking about this week. Stop trying to avoid the point with your straw men arguments and diversions. The fact is RTD has lost the time slot due to his repetitive rubbish, which the public have gotten bored with to the point they'd rather all switch over in droves to some trashy talent show. Sorry Rani, you can try, but you can't spin your way out of this one with diversions. Time Flight pwns RTD.
The story had recurred equaling AI. Or do you dispute that?
Hilarious. The program receives its biggest kick in its had since 1989, almost falls out of the top 30 programs, has its lowest audience, and gets completely thrashed in its time slot by some cheap rate tacky talent show, and Rani is blathering stupidly on about the AI figures. You can see Rani was one of these laughable sad deluded fans during McCoy's era who were heralding each story as a successful classic whilst the program was getting an intense hammering from Coronation Street.
I bet we see an increase as I don't buy your 3 million viewers theory.
Just admit it, Rani. RTD got hammered by some tacky third-rate tawdry talent show. Evidently the viewers have tired of RTD's third-rate rubbish if they all cross over in such droves to watch such crap.
Unlike Rob, I think we will put on viewers next week and not lose them as he suggests.
Where have I ever said on this forum that the program would specifically lose viewers next week, Rani? Either link to the evidence or stop telling lies about other people and making up stories about what they have claimed.
You said the viewers will drop to 3 million.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if audience levels drop to 3 million by the time Moffat takes over, not that there would be a drop next week, so I'll thank you not to tell lies about what I have said and what I haven't said.
But I see now you are predicting the audience will increase next week. Why do you think this is?
I haven't predicted anything for next week. You're the only one obsessively going about trying to get anyone to predict things for next week, you moron. Lol.
Let's see how well Who specials do next year.
No one will bother to watch them after a blink and you'll miss its series of Torchwood.
Risible.
Look Rani, you need to accept RTD is gone. He is yesterday's news and yesterday's man. The public are too busy looking forward to all of the exciting new output Adrian Hodges is making in Primeval, rather than waiting around for a few one-off repeats from some piece of tired old hat. Now get over it and move on.
Lol, that's right, you can't argue with my last point, because I was on the money again. Who will thrash Primeval in the ratings next year? And no one will know who Adrian Hodges is.
Doesn't matter if anyone knows who Adrian Hodges is or not. He has the contracts for producing more sci-fi drama than that washed up old hat charlatan RTD in 2009. He'll have the rights to Doctor Who if Moffat doesn't pull the program out of the hole RTD has left it into.
Lol, quantity is no substitute for quality.
Fortunately Hodges has both in 2009 and RTD has neither.
No, RTD certainly has the quality.
Yes, the quality of being a washed up old has-been.
No, the quality of producing Primeval thrashing Who.
Last week's episode hardly beat Primeval, you pillock.
You are talking about 2009, not last week, you idiot.
Well, it'll have to do better than last week's disastrous performance in 2009 if it is going to beat Primeval, isn't it? You very silly Rani.
The overnight ratings are in which show 7.1 million viewers, a 40% audience share, and a likely place in the week's top 10. I was right in predicting an increase in viewers, but underestimated the growth in audience. I really think Rob's prediction of likely only 3 million viewers by 2010 looks decidedly laughable.
We still have 8 episodes of RTD's tired moronic shit to come first, Rani.
All of which will be equally ITV thrashing.
Not if they shoved another edition of Britain's Got Talent up against it won't be. I expect now that ITV have seen that Britain's Got Talent easily thrashes the crap out of RTD, they will put it on opposite as remake episodes all of next year in the schedules, and as well as being a washed up has-been, RTD will also be sunk without a trace. The Sun newspaper headlines will be Britain's Got Talent exterminates RTD in the ratings.
Only if it is the final. Who can beat anything else ITV has offered up?
It can't beat Britain's Got Talent, and that's because the public think RTD evidently has no fucking talent.